Welcome back, mystery seekers. Today, we are delving into the dark and chilling history of Dudleytown, a place shrouded in mystery and ghostly legends. From strange creatures lurking in the forest to unexplained sounds and sensations, the story of Dudleytown is sure to give you goosebumps. But be warned, visiting this abandoned town is illegal, and those who dare to enter have reported some spine-tingling encounters with the unknown. So buckle up, grab your flashlight, and join me on this eerie journey as we unravel the secrets of Dudleytown. In the summer of 1906, Dr. William C. Clarke, an oncologist and professor from New York City, and his wife Harriet were searching for a peaceful retreat to build their second home. They found themselves in Litchfield County, a rural and hilly area in northwestern Connecticut, driving slowly through winding country roads. As they crossed a picturesque wooden bridge, they caught a glimpse of a mountain covered in a shaded and beautiful forest. Despite the bumpy and overgrown access road, they decided to explore the woods on foot, with the forest canopy casting a cool and refreshing shadow. The forest suddenly came alive with the sounds of birds, animals, and insects, and they stumbled upon a field of wild apple trees with a deer munching on apples in the center. As they continued, they passed by patches of vibrant roses, lilacs, and tansy flowers and crossed babbling brooks, hearing the sound of fresh spring water cascading down the mountain. The sunlight glistening off the mica in the rock gave the forest a sparkling appearance, and to top it all off, they heard the calls of owls echoing in the distance. It was an enchanting and idyllic place that they knew would make the perfect location for their second home. As Dr. Clarke and his wife ventured deeper into the enchanting forest, the sounds of hooting owls grew louder and more frequent, making them feel personally welcomed by the creatures of the woods. The allure of the forest was too strong for the couple to resist, and they soon made the decision to build their second home within its mystical borders. The forest, known as Dark Entry, had a haunting past, with only a few remnants of a long abandoned town left to attest to its history. However, to the Clarkes, these ruins only added to the charm of the forest. Though they encountered several rejections from local builders in Connecticut, the Clarkes remained undaunted and decided to take matters into their own hands. Dr. Clarke, having grown up on a farm in New Jersey, possessed the skills needed to construct their dream home. After months of weekend trips to the forest, he had successfully built a rustic two-story cabin on a flat patch of land, complete with a freshwater spring and a swimming pool overlooking a babbling brook. By Thanksgiving, their woodland retreat was complete, a testament to their own unwavering determination and love for the forest. Dr. Clarke and his wife Harriet cherished their cabin in the woods as their own personal paradise, where they spent countless summers and holidays enjoying the natural beauty and tranquility of the forest. However, one fateful summer, Dr. Clarke had to leave abruptly to attend to a medical emergency, leaving Harriet alone and vulnerable in the cabin. Little did he know that his wife would experience a nightmare while he was away. Now let's dive into the story of Dr. Clarke and his wife Harriet, who purchased 1,000 acres of land in the Dark Entry forest without doing much research. If they had, they would have discovered that the town they stumbled upon, Dudleytown, was abandoned for a reason. It was cursed. Locals believed that something sinister was at play in the town, and it was so scary that builders refused to help Dr. Clarke build his house in the area. Dudleytown was once a thriving community with 30 families, but as the 1700s came to a close, tragedy struck. The Carter family lost 6 members to cholera, and the remaining family members were massacred by Native Americans shortly after relocating to New York. In 1792, a Dudley resident named Hollister died under mysterious circumstances, and his death was followed by Tanner's obsessive talk of strange creatures lurking in the woods. Nobody took him seriously until it was too late. As the Clarks bought their 1,000-acre land in the dark country forest without proper research, they were unaware of the cursed town that once resided there. The town, Dudley, experienced a series of tragic events including cholera outbreaks, massacres, mysterious deaths, and sightings of shadowy creatures, causing its residents to abandon their homes and leave the town a ghost town. Despite knowing the history, the Clarks built their second home there in 1918. However, during his visit to New York, Dr. Clarke returns to the dark country forest only to find his wife missing, leaving him with an uneasy feeling that something is not right. The town's tragic history seems to be repeating itself, causing Dr. Clarke to question his superstitions. There was no reason for Dr. Clarke's wife, Harriet, not to greet him upon his arrival. She was afraid of being alone in the cabin and knew he was coming. Dr. Clarke, feeling anxious, left the train station and walked through the overgrown path of the dark country forest towards their house. However, as soon as he entered the shade of the trees, he heard owls hooting loudly in the distance. This normally comforting sound filled him with dread, and he began to jog through the forest. The hooting grew louder as he approached the clearing where his house was located, and he noticed the front door was slightly open. Heart racing, he rushed to the porch and opened the door to hear the maniacal laughter coming from the second floor. Determined to find his wife, he charged up the stairs to the master bedroom, where he suspected danger awaited. As he entered the master bedroom, his heart racing with fear, Dr. Clarke couldn't believe what he was seeing. His wife was curled up on the ground, her eyes unblinking and her mouth wide open, emitting an eerie laughter that seemed to come from somewhere beyond her. The sound was so unsettling that it sent shivers down his spine. He tried to make sense of what was happening, but his mind couldn't comprehend the inexplicable. His wife, who was perfectly fine before he left for New York, was now lost in insanity. The doctor stood there, frozen in terror, as he watched her writhing on the ground. Finally, overcome with fear, he turned and fled the room. What could have caused his wife to lose her mind in such a short period of time? The mystery was as unsettling as it was baffling. Harriet's obsession with the strange creatures lurking in the forest consumed her thoughts and conversations. Some say that she spent the rest of her days in the mental institution, while others claim that she returned to New York with Dr. Clarke only to take her own life. To this day, Dudleytown remains uninhabited and off-limits to visitors. However, thrilled seekers still manage to sneak in and explore the ruins, only to report strange occurrences such as sudden drops in temperature and the feeling of phantom hands pushing and slapping them. In addition, eerie shadowy figures had been captured in photographs taken inside the dark country forest surrounding Dudleytown, invisible to the naked eye. Thanks for tuning in to our presentation of the story of Dudleytown. What is your feedback on it? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon for more videos like this. And we will see you in the next one. Bye for now.